from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively. And
he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Now a toss right to Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Scott to return it. This is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And drive number 1 for them was a punt. We'll see what drive number 2 holds here.
And oftentimes you think to yourself, okay, second possession, let's go ahead and open things up. Let's get a little bit crazier on offense. Maybe it wasn't a matter of that. Maybe they just missed a block or two, and maybe they had the right plays called. Sometimes it's just the execution. Let's see if they can execute a little bit better on this drive.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Throwing Jones, and this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. Able to power through. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Fast footwork by Sanders. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 51 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd and inches, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Dak Prescott strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass there. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Scott. Fights him off. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Oh, good return up past the 30.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Jones.
Connects with Slayton. And he's going to be taken down here. That's short of a first down as he gets about 10.
Jones from the gun on third down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held